and I had a couple of people have emailed me and said, can you do the same kind of thing with the Fallkniven? So we're going to do a quick video here comparing some of the knives in the Fallkniven range, F1, S1, A1, A2, a couple of the Northern Lights knives as well, just to give you a bit of information if you're looking to make a purchase and you know, you want to see the knives against each other. So I'm going to start off with the F1. Now the F1 is pretty much the classic bushcraft knife. You know, it's generally speaking the knife all other kind of bushcraft knives are judged against. A real classic. It's Fallkniven's #1 knife in a couple of ways. It was the first knife they produced, and it's been their #1 selling knife since then. So widely used all over the world as a bushcraft knife. Tremendous design. The F1 has a 3.8 inch blade, VG10 laminate steel. Blade thickness is about 0.17 of an inch, and the weight's just about just a little over 5 ounces. Has a full tang construction, thermal handle. So it gives you a nice grip, the handle. It's quite a hard plastic. It's not a soft plastic, but it's very durable. It's often spec'd by the military, and the F1's used by the Swedish military, and it does give you a very good grip. So the F1 comes with a couple of sheath options. Comes with the Zytel, which is a high impact plastic. This has a double locking mechanism, one on the finger guard there. There's a nylon loop, belt loop, and a snap ring. And or you can have the leather version, which is a full grain leather with a full snap over cover. When you purchase a knife, you can just express an option and you get which one you like. And we tend to sell about equal numbers of both. So yeah, you can make your choice when you buy the knife. But both nice sheaths. Obviously, if you're going to get near water, you're probably going to be better off with the Zytel. It will drain quicker, you know, and it's quite impervious to water, so that's a good option. But you know, if you want to go to the traditional way, then obviously leather's good. I quite like the leather too. Next one is the S1. We're going to show you. So this is the Fallkniven's Forest knife, bigger than the F1, 4.3 inch blade, and 0.19, almost 0.2 of an inch thick, and its weight's about 6.7 ounces, so a little bit heavier than the F1. So I'll just quickly show you in comparison there. Again, full tang blade. Very nice knife, very popular knife, the S1. You know, it's good all-round size for a blade, and has a little bit more, you know, kind of a weight and chopping ability than the F1. Not obviously so compact, more of a clip point to it. Very nice knife, the S1. You get a slightly different sheath option for this in terms of the leather, which is the Dangler Star. Again, a full grain leather sheath. Or you can have the Zytel, again exactly the same as the F1 Zytel, simply a bigger version. Next one in terms of size is the A1. So the A1's a bigger, heavier knife. It's thicker blade, almost 1/4 of an inch thick. Blade length is 6.3, and the weight goes up to almost 11 ounces. So I'll show you in comparison there to the S1. And then again to the F1. So a big, heavy, strong knife, the A1. Probably the second best selling, the Fallkniven range. And again, solid, you know, VG10 blade, thermal handle, full tang. Very nice grip on the handle actually. There's a bit more of a swell on the handle, a bit thicker. Sheath options for those. There's a slightly different version for the full grain leather sheath for the A1. Again, a Dangler Star with a snap ring. Or you can just have, again, just a Zytel sheath. Again, just a bigger version. Same as the S1, F1. Yeah. Next one in terms of size is the A2, what they call a wilderness knife. So this is quite a bit bigger knife, even than the A1. It's just a touch under 8 inches along the blade, and it's again almost 1/4 of an inch thick. The weight's 13 ounces. Again, big, heavy knife, strong knife. Very good in the situations of shelter building and anything where you need a lot of chopping capacity. I'll just show it in terms of the against the A1 there and the S1, and again, very big, heavy knife, VG10 steel, tremendous survival and wilderness knives. In terms of the sheath, you just get the one option with the A2, which is a big leather Dangler Star sheath there, nicely made, riveted, and well sewn. Again, with a snap ring to keep the knife in. And another one I'm going to show you is the H1, which is this one here. It's a very popular knife with hunters, Scandi style. There's no finger guard on these. You get a very comfortable handle, very nice grip, and like I say, very popular knife with hunters. Beautiful upswept blade there. The A1 is just under 4. It's 4 inches actually. It's a 100mm blade, and just about just under 0.2 of an inch thick. So it's a little bit thicker than the F1 in terms of the blade, but not quite as thick as the S1. The S1's just very slightly thicker. And you get again a choice of leather or Zytel sheaths of those as well. So the H1's a very nice knife, and you get that with the option of the 3G steel as well, which you don't get on the others other than the F1, which is available in a limited edition 3G. So again, very popular knife with hunters, H1, and very nice solid knife. Now I'm going to just quickly show you another couple of knives in a range called the Northern Lights series, which Fallkniven do, and these are slightly different. Again, it's a VG10 steel. They use a very traditional handle making method, which is the stacked fibre washers. So very attractive knives, and very useful knife as well. This is the NL5. This is 100mm 4-inch blade. Again, just under 0.2 of an inch thick, and this one weighs about 6.3 ounces. Very nice knife. Again, very popular. Probably the most popular knife in the Northern Lights range. The 4 and the 5. I'll show you the 4 in a second. Yeah, beautiful knives. Get a nice sheath. Again, with a little snap ring there. Full grain leather sheath. So the NL4 is slightly bigger than the 5, and these ones its blade is just over 4 inches, 4.3 inches. In fact, it's exactly the same length as the S1. Again, same thickness of blade, just under 0.2 of an inch. A little bit heavier, 6.7 ounces. I'll just show you actually next to the S1, and you can see very similar knives. But again, you get the stacked leather washer handle on the NL series, and the NL series are handmade knives as well, hand-formed blades. And the sheath on the NL4 there is just a slightly bigger version of the F1 sheath there. Another thing you can buy with Fallkniven are the blanks, the blade blanks. I'll just quickly show you one here. This is the F1 blade blank, and you can buy them from us at WORKWEARCANADACOM. You can get these. They do them F1, S1, H1, A1 and WM1, and again VG10, and of course it makes it very easy. We just want to add micarta, G10 or wood slabs to the blade, make up your own handle, and you get a full broad tang with these as well. So actually they're a little bit heavier when you make up the knife than the A1s, because the tang in here narrows slightly, not a lot, but just narrows slightly. This blank is actually the one they use for making up the custom versions of the F1. So when you make up your version, you do find there's a little bit more weight in the knife. So again, those blanks are available from us, and if you want to make up your own knife, that's a great way to do it. So I hope that gives you a bit of an overview. All the knives are available from us at WORKWEARCANADACOM, and if you need any more information, just give us an email, paul@WORKWEARCANADA.com. Thanks very much.